You never saw that?
No.
Very funny.
I can't watch. I don't like to watch.
I know that feeling. Believe me.
We don't go over and pour over shows at night. Look what I did.
Did you hear from Johnny Carson when you did that?
No, I didn't. No. I love Johnny Carson, and when I did the impression, I made me realize what a nice guy he is, because he's always trying to make his guests seem comfortable and make their story seem a little better than they actually are.
Yeah.
Why he says that's weird and that's wild. He gets a guest on that says some very boring thing like, I went to the store, I bought some milk, Johnny. I get there, and I left my wallet in my apartment. Oh, that is wild. He went, and then he tries to get. He went to the store.
He's embellishing a little bit.
And you got up there, and you just didn't have your wallet. That is wild, weird stuff. You know, just to make the guests feel good.
Yeah, doing his part certainly. Nice.
So yeah, when you do Carson, you just think nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing my.
And what about when you're doing Bush there? Was that easy to
kind
come
of
by?
vague and slippery and Bush was very hard. When I first did Bush last year on Saturday Night Live, I didn't have a clue. I was just doing a high voice. Hi, I'm George Bush. Hoping no one
we never
would know
really
it.
had heard much from him prior to the election, really.
No, and no one. You can't really do someone until the public gets used to what they sound like. So I made a discovery watching him that he did sound a little like John Wayne. Yeah. If you take a little of that and you put in just a little bit of Mr. Rogers. No, seriously. And then combine. And you put them together, you got that whole thing going round and round, that whole area. You know, he's so vague, I figure he should be a roller coaster operator. You know, what's this do, mister? Get in this car here, go up there, go round and round, back around that whole thing, just like that. And he's so vague is another one of the keys. Prudent is his big word. Wouldn't be prudent. You know, he won't commit to anything. Do you think earthquakes are bad, Mr. President? Don't know, not enough information. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. George Bush. So he's made a big recovery because when I first started doing him, I had a joke in my act that he was the wimp, right?
Right.
And I used to say George Bush reminds me of the guy in high school who always got his butt snapped with the towel in the locker room. You know, cut it out. You know. I guess it still works a little bit, you know. But now he's macho and doing. Yeah.
Are you working on new people? You must be working on new people. I mean, that's what you do for a living.
Well, I like to do friends, you know, people I hang out with. You know, like I do Dennis Miller on the show. And with Dennis, as you know, is the king of references. And so I tease him that he makes references he can't possibly know what they mean. You know, one of my Kaquib up here. One of my Santabio, the miserly one.
What was it last week, Paul? He was here, and it was from To Kill a Mockingbird. It was the the kid from,
I'll never remember.
No one knows. But I'm thinking of doing. Jay Leno wants me to do him. I'm thinking of doing the Timmy Leno show. Because Jay is fun because he has the widest vocal range of any celebrity today. Because a lot of times, mostly Jay will talk up here very high like this. And that's a great thing. I'm doing. Then he goes down here. These cars coming in, and then he goes way up high again. You know what I'm saying? He's up high like this. He's talking all the time like this. Then he goes down there. These cars coming in. These guys, and then he's way up there. You know. So I'm thinking of doing Jay. But I did some pretty embarrassing impressions in my
What was
time.
the first one? Do you recall?
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah. And was this professionally or just goofing around?
Well, I was playing at a club, you know, the Vaseline Room in Bakersfield.
Oh,
I mean, it was you know, it was professional. I got paid $1, but my first routine, usually when you're nervous, a comedian, you think sexually. So, and I could do Jimmy Stewart, and so I did. I'm not proud of it, but I did Jimmy Stewart having sex for the very first time. And I don't know if I should do it now or
I'd
anything.
go something like. This is what freedom is all about. This is.
You've got a wonderful crowd here. Okay, this is Jimmy Stewart having sex for the very first time. This is the impression that took my father's life, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we go. Jimmy Stewart having sex for the very first time. That's good. Yeah. What? Do me, bitch, do me.
Oh, man. That's wild. That's wild.
That's weird.
Oh, that's weird.
That is weird stuff.
We'll be right back here with Dana Carvey. I know, he's terrific. I'm very fond of him. Dana Carvey is with us tonight, and Sally Love, who has insects from the Smithsonian Zoo, and Eurythmics. What kind of family are you from? You mentioned your father.
Yeah, five kids. Had kind of a, a traditional sort of 60s dad. My dad's name is Bud Carvey from Missoula, Montana. And he always talked in sound effects. I don't know if this was... Did your dad do this little dad thing of making noises to punctuate his ideas? Like, kids, hey, 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 hey. Kids, one. And this one, hey, 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 pipe it. Hey, hey, pipe it.
Yeah. Were you born in Montana, or that's just where your dad was?
No, I was born in Missoula, Montana. So it was tough for him to deal with the 60s, Then we moved to San Francisco, and long hair came in. So we were constantly getting butchered, and he was constantly, "You look like you need a haircut." Sort of, I'd three older brothers. He'd line us up on bar stools in the kitchen, and start shaving our heads. I mean, just shear us like sheep. It was humiliating. Now he'd get finished, we looked like 4 billiard balls sitting there. My mom would come in, "Dana, in the side pocket." But so. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's pretty good.
So I'm
Things
married
could be a lot
now.
worse. You're married now, and you just finished a film. You're like now a movie star, right?
Well, I don't know.
Hopefully.
I'll use that term loosely.
What
I
is
did a
the
movie
film?
called Opportunity Knocks. It'll be out around Easter. And had to kiss in the movie. Someone's got to do it. It was weird because I was kissing Julia Campbell, my leading lady, and her husband was.
Do we know her from other things?
I don't think so. She's new. She's very good. And her husband was like 10 feet away. So you're making out with this guy's wife, and he's 10 feet away. And we're doing take after take. It's getting heavy, right? So you don't know what to say to the guy after you break. Because if you say it's good or bad, either way, you're screwed, right? If you go, "Oh, it's like kissing wood, man. Nothing. I felt nothing." He's going to get, and it's worse if you go, "Oh, yeah. Woo!"
Why is the guy hanging around, though?
I don't know. He had a small firearm. He didn't look happy. Maybe he was threatened. I don't know. But something happened. We got a lip lock on, and something magical happened. No, my wife would probably be watching this. No, I didn't fall in love.
And so anyway, the gist of
Sorry.
the gist of the film is what?
I'm a con man, and it's a very sort of eccentric, weird film. A con man who can do characters, is lovable and wacky, chased by the mafia, and falls in love along the way.
It sounds like, is it a madcap farce?
It's a madcap, wacky farce. And it'll be out in Easter. I'm looking forward.
Were you pleased with it? Have you seen the whole thing?
Yeah. I think it'll be a good film. Yeah, it's got an actual story that you can follow. It wasn't like completely wacky off the wall and stuff.
You still work in nightclubs and stuff?
Well, I kind of haven't been doing that much lately. I think I might try Atlantic City again, which is fun because in the casinos during the day, I love to watch the slot machine freaks. Those people are just intense pulling those levers. I like to walk around with a big bucket and put like $500 of silver dollars in it, and just walk up to people who are just these slot machine freaks, going, "Excuse me, is this good when you win this much? Is that a lot? Because I pulled that little lever and all these coins come right in my bloody bucket right here. It was the machine you were just playing right over there."
That is weird. Say it, do it.
That is weird, wild stuff. You just go there, you put the buckets right in there, and you do the British guy, and that is wild, weird stuff.
Look,
A little reprisal, thank you.
anytime you have a minute, come on down. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
And continue to have a great season.
Thank you, David.
Dana Carvey, ladies and gentlemen, right here.